Hey guys, what's up? It's your man Pete and back with another video to sort of keep you updated on what's been happening in the market. Frankly, not a whole lot's been happening, but I'm going to talk about sort of what I've been seeing, what I'm hearing, and the articles that I'm reading, just to sort of sum everything up, give you a sense of what's going on in the marketing world. It's called sentiment, or I like to call it, sort of taking a temperature of the market. And of course, now we're factoring in other variables like interest rates and inflation. And if you stick with me until the end of the video, then I'm going to sort of give you my sense of what I think is going to happen in the next probably 6 to 12 months. I mean, what could happen, what's likely to happen based off of what I know about the Toronto real estate market. And I know most of you aren't even physically here right now in the city, and that probably contributes to very much less selling activity in Toronto and GTA in general. Because you're all busy out there splish splashing in the water, drinking, just having a jolly old time with your friends and family, just trying to soak up the rest of this summer. And I totally get that. You can sort of see the tan on my face as well too. And the Toronto Real Estate Board just released their sales figures last week, and in my previous video I mentioned that the numbers were probably going to be really ugly, and they were. We'll see you on the other side right after this. Okay, and we're back. And so the Toronto and GTA market is really in an uncomfortable, awkward, and sort of stagnant state right now, where not a lot of deals are getting done. Prices are dropping in certain neighborhoods like a stone. And of course, the Bank of Canada keeps ratcheting up interest rates like it's going out of style. But what's also been happening in the backdrop for the Toronto real estate market is that the rental market has gone completely bonkers, bananas. We've never seen anything like this before. It's incredibly difficult to rent anything right now, from a studio bachelor apartment to a 4 or 5 bedroom house in the suburbs. What the hell is going on? I mean, I could probably give you a few reasons why this is happening. And one of those main reasons is that people are having to come back to work now. So essentially, a lot of people are probably looking to start, in the fall, coming back to work in downtown offices in the city again. And then, of course, not just downtown, but all across the city, we have students that are coming back that need places to live as well too, which is typically normal for the season, but we've never seen such low inventory for rentals. And then, of course, we've also got a new rash of immigrants that are coming into the city who've gotten their papers, they've been approved, they're now in the country, they're working, they're living, and of course they need a place to live, and typically they're not going to buy anything as soon as they arrive in Canada. So all of these reasons combined together are probably the major reasons why we're seeing a major squeeze in the rental market. And then of course another reason is that people are playing defensively. A lot of people are not buying right now because they just sort of want to sit out the market, they want to wait it out, because interest rates keep climbing at unprecedented rates to sort of battle this inflation problem we've been having worldwide. And of course, people are also being defensive because we may already be in a recession, or at least headed towards a milder form of a recession. So a lot of people are just thinking, I'm just going to sit this out, sort of wait out this craziness and this storm and come back maybe 6 months or 12 months later. But really, what's going to happen in 6 months or 12 months from now? When your lease is up, you're either going to renew your lease or you're going to move out. And what happens when interest rates stop going up the way they do and maybe flatten out or actually even start declining again to try to further stimulate the economy, because interest rates were raised too much too quickly? Oh my, that's right. Good gracious. If interest rates start flatlining or they start coming back down again, what do you think is going to happen in the housing market? And it may just kick back into gear because, of course, now prices are a little bit more attractive and the bidding wars are not as intense as they were a few months ago. And seeing as how intense and crazy the rental market is, it's only a matter of time before people start thinking like, what am I putting myself through here? But we really have to keep our eyes around this inflation and interest rate problem because, and I'm sure everyone is focused on this right now, because every little tick up or tick down or even a flatlining says a lot about what they're going to do next, in terms of the Bank of Canada and the Fed's rate. Because what we're hearing in the US is that inflation, based on their last reading, seemed like it may have peaked and it might be actually starting to come back down again. But of course, both here in Canada and in the US, we've got to take a few more readings. We need more data over several months to determine whether inflation has actually peaked and whether they can stop raising interest rates. And what makes this precipitous drop in the real estate market different from the one in 1989, which my family was very much involved with, inflation was high, housing was manic. And when the real estate bubble actually burst, it actually left a lot of people without jobs for a very long time. So that's why the recovery took almost a decade, because companies weren't hiring. They weren't employing people weren't getting paid, so of course they're not buying properties. But here in 2022 and likely in 2023, a lot of companies can't find enough people to work. There's not enough hands and brains to actually fill the seats. Companies are having to raise wages, offer incentives like sign-on bonuses for people to actually work for them. It's ridiculous, I know. Now, of course, I hope this doesn't lead to some disgusting cycle where suddenly business drops off, and then, you know, they find that employees are too expensive, and then they have to do mass layoffs. So that's going to be a story we have to follow, but that's a very dangerous place to be. But as of right now, based on what I'm hearing, what I'm seeing, and even from our own Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, he's saying all his businesses are booming, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to keep his employees happy, even if they just want to work remotely. He actually said he's never met his new CFO in person yet. So this is a huge difference from 1989. So I think what's likely to happen is that, yes, we will probably get a slower recovery, but I think when the market does come back, it will be fast and furious. Because when we do get to this point where inflation does get under control and interest rates stop going up, they stabilize, or even start going back down again, you're going to see a rush of people coming back into the market, and it's going to happen a lot faster than you think it is. And for you kids out there who've been complaining and saying, you know, housing prices are too high, yes, housing prices are too high, but they could have been a lot worse. And so, yeah, you got to be careful what you wish for, you know. So you wished for the market to come down, it's coming down, but can you still buy anything, right? Does this present a buying opportunity for you? If it does, you should definitely give us a call here at Selling Toronto. We're going to help you make it happen. But the reality is people don't really start buying real estate until prices start going up again, because that FOMO is really, really powerful. And so you really want a market where housing prices are going up. People don't want to be buying real estate when prices are flat or not going up, unless it's just for lifestyle purposes. And of course, we hope that when it does come time for you to buy, that the supply is there, that there's enough houses for you to choose from, instead of the crazy bidding wars that we saw with 10, 15, 20 offers. That could happen again much sooner than you think. But again, thank you all for watching. If you need some help, contact us in the description box below, or also at the end of the video. Please feel free to give us a like, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, hopefully next time in my next video, I'll have some better news for you all. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.